that's really how he was raised. He was
Yes.
also an adopted child by his stepdad. So,
Yeah.
in real life.
So I know you know Dean Kane, and I think we've talked about this on Brood Banter before. And so secretly, no, I shouldn't say secretly because it's not a secret. I have the hugest crush on Dean Kane. So,
I mean, I can
yeah,
introduce you, but
I know you could, but you know, I don't know. I don't know how I do, but seeing him on the show really brought like made me very happy because I was like, oh my gosh, it's Dean
yeah.
Kane. He's back. It's Superman. But he was
So,
my favorite Superman of all
oh,
time.
absolutely.
Yeah.
The story that I was telling of like I've seen this. Not I'm not the one that suggested. Somebody else suggested in a chat that I saw about this particular the stunt woman. They said, so here's how you can bring this stunt woman actress and replace Millie Alcock. You replace her in Man of Tomorrow, and then when she walks in and she looks like this glowing, wonderful Supergirl who is completely different than Millie. I mean, she's really not completely different than Millie
Yeah.
Alcock if you look at her, but she looks bright and she looks happy, and Millie Alcock just cannot not look depressed. I don't know why, but that's just her face. So this one looks bright and smiley and happy and joyful about life, and you bring her in and like in an early scene in Man of Tomorrow, David Cornsweet Superman looks over at her and goes, "Whoa, you look different. What happened to you?" And she can be like, "Oh, I sobered up."
Or I had a plastic surgery.
No. She just sobered up. That's all. I just think it'd be funny. Like
Oh, I
I'm,
did
I
watch
sobered up. I'm
Supergirl. Oh
not
my
drinking
gosh,
anymore.
Erica, I am so sorry. I did. I absolutely did. I took Kissy Missy with me, and we did go see Supergirl in the theater, and it was yeah, she was. I don't know. I didn't like that depiction of Supergirl at all.
Uh,
I hate seeing her
you're the one
mad and
that saw it.
angry. I am the one who saw
Yeah.
it. I am.
How full was your theater when you went to go see it?
Hold on, Kissy Missy's here. She probably remembers.
What?
How full was the theater when we went to go see it? I think we were by ourselves, right? Or no?
It wasn't that
Okay,
cool, 'cause
so-
we had our group, and then there's like an elderly couple and like two other couples.
I was
Not
gonna
really-
say, I think we were surrounded by elderly couples. Like we were by
Oh,
it was
wow.
us and then like a bunch of elderly couples. And I mean the theater was not very full. I remember buying the tickets and thinking, we're gonna have the theater to ourselves. Like there's nobody here.
Wow. Chief William Schweikert says it's time to click it and sip it. If you have
Yes.
not hit the like button, what's everybody drinking today? I just have coffee. Just getting my caffeine in.
I
I'm
had
getting
coffee.
water.
Now I'm drinking my water, my
Yeah.
daily intake.
So
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Click the like button and we will sip.
I need to
I'm
start
glad I
remembered
drinking
my
my
drink.
water again.
We even have a celebration here. We got Freedom Seeker has gifted one Follow the Bradley's Fun membership. And since I just showed some of the wonderful things that he left me with, I think that we will celebrate by watching our good friend, the Culture Bear. All right, guys, you know that I went to the Southeast Game Exchange. I'm going to be working on a vlog from the Southeast Game Exchange. And I have not, sometimes that delay in what you guys view. So I'm going to be working on a vlog from the Southeast Game Exchange. Just want to let you know that. But I do want to show you a little bit of a snippet from there. And there will not be sound with this. Well, let me see if I can look it up and find it. I know a lot of people have a lot of questions about what we were doing. We got to see a few people there. It was fun. And let me see if there's me and Lauren Connor.
I have
Let's see.
serious FOMO right now.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
not
saying.
the one. So I got to spend. Oh, like missing out on the Southeast Game Exchange, the meetup thing.
Yes.
Girl, that was in South
Well, no.
Carolina.
Yeah, how you're not
Oh,
that far
that's
from
so close to
Greenville, are
me.
you?
Oh my god! I mean, I can go to South Carolina. Yeah, it's not that far. I think it's 3 hours for me.
I didn't know how nostalgic.
That's not too
'cause
far. It
watched-
was about 8 hours for us.
I found a YouTuber who just did a walkthrough of the convention. It looks so cool. It was so much vintage and retro gaming from like when we were growing up.
Yeah.
It felt like a retro convention, and it looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So much stuff
I
to look at
had
from our
I
childhood.
did so when you watch the vlog, you kind of pretty much see all of you'll see all the convention. I'm trying to bring up a video and see if it'll work.
Weren't there areas
Um,
where you could
let me get the
play the
sound
old
off.
vintage games on like the old
Um,
TVs that we grew up on?
Yeah.
That would be
So-
cool.
Funny.
Yeah,
funny-
they had like right by us.
That's
So this guy was
cool.
juggling
Oh
for
my
me. There's
gosh.
Wolverine. You can see that. That's funny.
That's so cool.
But I'm gonna fast forward to. And there's where they were repairing
Ooh,
the
that's pretty
cosplay.
repaired. Wow.
And I'm not gonna play any of the audio because I don't want to. But
I know those faces.
Drinker was super nice. Yes, that's not that. What did it do? Get stuck on that? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I got frozen.
All right, so Drinker was super nice, and he gave me quite a few minutes of time. So as you can see, we were having quite the conversation. I'm not going to reveal to you on this video what the conversation was, but if you were watching this now or in the replay, just know that I am going to be working on editing this video, and you will in fact see all of this and see the conversation. We had a good conversation about movies this year, what's coming up, woke things, and that I'm pretty sure that was when I asked him about Supergirl when he said but yeah, it was like I was really surprised. As you can tell, like Drinker's actually given me quite a bit of time here, and it was awesome. And he was super nice. And of course, he did a panel with Pro and Fake Wizard, and some of that panel you can see on Pro's Patreon. I will have other snippets of that panel on my vlog, and yeah, I won't be showing the whole thing. So, but there you go. And let me get that off here. Yeah. So as you can see, like we're still going on, and I think I want to say that I had probably a good 2, 3, maybe like 3 minutes a conversation with Critical Drinker, and Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle comes in with 2 and says, "Good day, all." Well, Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle, good day to you. Let's say thank you to Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle. Everybody, get in the chat. Throw those emojis down for Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle.
Ignite the friction, let the engine sing. No flight plans attached to the silver wing. Blur in the skyline, chasing the heat. The ground is a memory beneath the street. Gravity is just a hurdle for the cycle. He got the cosmic fire deep inside. He's out there flying blind on a rocket cycle. No map in the dark, he's the final recital. He's out there flying blind on a rocket cycle, breaking the sound like a soul in revival. He's our hero, he's our hero.
Chief William Schweiger got the gifty, and he's coming in hot with the emojis. And we've got Miss Martin Muses saying hi there. Bonnie Gamesters in here. What is up, Bonnie Gamester? Chief William Schweiger. Are we ready to hit some stories?
Please.
Shall we?
I want the
hit-
tea. I want the tea.
I want the tea.
Give me the tea. please.
Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can get some tea. This one is out of Disney Tips. Because as you know later, you might know this already. Maybe you don't know it. That's fine if you don't. But recently, about a month ago, they stopped people from parking for free at Disney Springs and getting on the buses from Disney Springs to go to the resorts. Now, the buses from Disney Springs are resort buses only, meaning that if you get on a bus from Disney Springs, it's not going to go to a park. It's going to go to a resort. But people were using this as a loophole to park for free. So I don't know if you're aware, but right now there's actually a lot of discount tickets out for Disney World, where the normal price might be $190 to $200 a day per person per park before you even buy a lightning lane or food or anything else. And then on top of that, it's $35 to park your car. And that's the basic price. There's also premium level pricing for like $60 or $65, or depending on the type of vehicle you have, it could cost more. So people were getting these discount tickets. And then also you got to think, if I'm already getting a discount ticket, am I the kind of person that wants to pay to park?
No.
No. I mean, I'm staying off property. I'm entering the park with a discounted ticket, and I'm going to go to Disney Springs because I know I can park for free there. And sure, it's going to add maybe an hour, but like 2 hours, like an hour going in, an hour coming out of the park. If you're like spending all day there, park at Disney Springs at 9 o'clock. And what people were doing was catching a bus to a resort and then taking a resort bus to the park. And so they're kind of bypassing having to pay for parking.
Yeah.
This really didn't have anything to do with actual resort hopping, but a lot of people think it did because, well, you have to go to a resort first, but it's not really about the resort hopping. It's really about the price for parking. So to remove that loophole, Disney Springs started checking people's resort reservations. And if you were not staying at some Disney resort or had a reservation for a restaurant or an activity, that paid activity at a resort, they're not letting you on. So that's the new system. Now, what they're saying here at this Disney Tips is cast members loved Disney's new bus ban until it started threatening their jobs. This is posted by Rick Lai on July the 20th, 2026. And there is a reason I'm using this particular article. You'll see why in just a few minutes. When Disney World permanently rolled out its controversial Disney Springs transportation ban on June 28th, 2026, the primary goal was simple: eliminate the infamous, quote, free parking hack. That's the one I was just discussing. For years, off-site visitors parked for free at Disney Springs and hopped on a resort bus to bypass theme park parking fees. Under the new policy, guests attempting to board resort-bound buses or watercraft from Disney Springs must show proof of an active hotel stay or an advanced dining reservation or an official resort activity, a paid resort activity. For example, you have to go to some of the resorts to board your boat if you like have a fishing excursion, because they do that early in the morning. So this is what they're saying in the article, and this is by Rick Lai. A dream come true for workers. Now, for the cast members working in Walt Disney World's transportation department, the new verification checkpoints felt like a long overdue victory. Apparently, this is posted by a cast member on X, Life of the Pardee. As someone who works at a resort, it is generally helping out a lot. Sorry, locals, it was worth it. So that's what they're saying. BYU Florida initially posted 8 p.m. on a summer night and no line. Is this a fruit of Disney Spring bus restriction? And then, of course, he says, I'm sure people are going to be civil in their replies about it. And what he's saying now, for those of you that don't know, Pineapple Lanai is a place that you can go and get a Dole Whip if you are not going into a park, and Pineapple Lanai is located at the Polynesian. Now, you can also get a Dole Whip at Disney Springs, and actually there's a much better value because the Pineapple Lanai does not have a Dole Whip flight. There's a place at Disney Springs that has a Dole Whip flight, and I highly recommend it because it's only like $9 and you get 3 different flavors of Dole Whip, and you get a bigger portion than you get like just by getting a regular Dole Whip. I like it. I'm not going to lie. I love it. So whatever. Before the policy took effect, the Disney Springs Bus Depot was a daily nightmare. Drivers and queue coordinators routinely dealt with sweltering, overflowing lines packed with non-resort guests who took seats meant for paying hotel guests. That's not, I don't like the way they worded that because
You're still
that's
paying
never been-
guests.
yeah, it's never been a thing. To me, anybody else, and always on Disney property, everybody that has entered Disney property is considered to be a guest of Disney. Like, period.
Absolutely.
Also, guests going to the resorts are typically paying for something, regardless of whether they're spending the night there. So, and you'll see what that means later on in this article, how important that is. So that's why I don't really like the way they put it here, because they kind of contradict that later in the article. But still, I don't write these things.
We just read them.
I just read them. I don't write them. So they took seats meant for let's just say other guests. With handheld scanners now filtering out non-qualifying guests at the entrance to the bus loops, the chaos vanished almost overnight. Wait times dropped, loading procedures streamlined, and transportation workers overwhelmingly celebrated the change as one of the best operational fixes in years. Except we're going to find out real quick that grass ain't always greener on the other
No.
side, if you will.
Never.
The unexpected death of spontaneous resort hopping. However, that initial wave of celebration quickly collided with a harsh reality. While transit operations became significantly smoother, the strict ban completely severed the flow of spontaneous resort hoppers. And here it is, folks, cited once again, as he is many, many times. WDW Pro, cited on X. Next step, layoffs and hours cut. Yep. And as somebody who's
you
worked,
called this what? Sorry.
say that again.
You called it. The coming
yeah.
back of hours. Holy
Look,
cow! That was just like a few days ago.
I've worked at every single resort at Disney. And let me tell you, if it weren't for resort hoppers during the day, bartenders, they'd have nobody to serve. There's plenty of restaurants. As a matter of fact, in Coronado Springs, there are 2 restaurants that people are not resort hopping to the resort, like just to go to these restaurants. They will be dead. Three Bridges Bar and Grill is one of them. And even now, even with that, they still don't open till like 4:00 in the afternoon. But the other one is Rick's Sports Bar. Rick's Sports Bar is completely dead without guests hopping. And so, and that's just what, and the bars outside, there, man, for decades, Disney Springs served as a central launch pad for casual visitors looking to explore Disney World's resort hotels without a car. Guests would regularly hop on a bus to Disney's Polynesian Village Resort for a Dole Whip, or take a boat to Disney's Port Orleans Resort for fresh beignets. Now, with a pre-booked dining reservation, those casual visitors or without a pre-booked dining reservation, those casual visitors are turned away. And by the way, if you have a dining reservation, you're going to park at the resort anyway. Because why would you park at Disney Springs and risk losing your reservation because of the amount of travel time it might take to get there? If you have a dining reservation at a resort, you can park at the resort. So it's a really dumb thing to even have that rule. It's it's stupid. Anyway, theme park analysts and social media commentators like PRD I can't say, and WDW Pro have pointed out, cutting off this foot traffic has turned once bustling resort lobbies, lounges, quick service eateries, and merchandise shops into shockingly quiet spaces.
Man.
The dark side. By the way, I recently did a live where I actually did resort hop to one of those resorts, and that was Wilderness Lodge. And I don't know if you noticed, but while the pool was kind of busy because it was like 100 degrees outside, what wasn't busy is anything inside the resort. So there you go.
See, and this kind of goes back to what I was saying. I think I said it on that Park Place, where it kind of debunks this rumor or ideology that, so many of the DVC deluxe guests are complaining about those who are not staying at the resorts, hanging out at the resorts. I'm like, there's never been any complaints in previous years and the decades that all of this transportation and resort hopping was open. And now all of a sudden you see people popping up out of the woodworks in the Facebook groups in some areas nowhere. All of a sudden the deluxe resort guests are, well, good, because I'm paying $800 a night to be at this
I don't-
resort and other people shouldn't be there. And I'm like, wait a second, but it was never an issue in previous years. Now all of a sudden you want to come forward and say you have an issue?
You're right. Yeah, I've never.
And look at the
I
resorts.
don't.
Look how dead they are now. No thanks to Disney's cuckoo pick, new policy. And that just completely, in my opinion, debunks this whole that the reason why they did it was because of deluxe resort guests. No, I've never known any guest staying at any resort complain about anybody hanging out at any level of resorts. You knew it was part of your vacation. It was part of what you were going to be, dealing with, and you accepted it. And you didn't mind because you were resort hopping too, just like everybody else.
Yep.
And the bottom line is, like, really? I mean, did you think that you rented the whole resort out and you were going to be the only person that was going to be at that resort?
Look, here's the thing, that if they wanted to implement this in a correct fashion, and they really are and I think this is what they're about. I don't think they're trying to prevent resort hopping. They did inadvertently. And want to know another reason why the resort hopping is down? Is because a lot of people thought and you probably, have you seen it online, Erica or Sunflower, the chatter where people think resort hopping is banned? Like, because of this.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that think that their brains have gone to the extreme where it's banned, and Disney really needs to come out and make a statement and correct course a little bit here.
Clarify.
Yeah. So what has happened?
And
What has happened is like everybody thinks they're not allowed to go to resorts, so everybody stopped going. So even the people that people have stopped going from the parks. What is up, Tom? I see Tom in the chat. Park Matitude. People stopped going from the parks to the resorts for things like lunch. Like if I'm in the Magic Kingdom and I know that not Whispering Canyon, I know that, what is it called at Wilderness Lodge, there's a place where there's a really good bison burger. Okay, I want to go over to Wilderness Lodge and grab the bison burger for lunch and take a break from the park for 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
So if I get to park at 8:00 and I'm parked there, and I want to take the boat over to Wilderness Lodge, if I've been in chats, I might think, you know what, I don't want to try it because I don't want to risk, being harassed by security or whatever. There's a lot of people that are really, really afraid now of being harassed by security for attempting to go to a resort. It's like some people are the exact opposite. Some personalities are like, yeah, I'm going to see what all I can get away with. And other people are like, I don't want to get away with it. I don't want to be a troublemaker.
It's not worth the hassle.
More people, I guarantee you, there's a lot more I don't want to be a troublemaker people than there are, hey, I want to be a schmuck people. You know what I'm saying? There's I don't care. Either way, that's fine. Personality doesn't bother me. But yes, there is a bison burger, Wildman of Yavin. And it's really good. It's a bison bacon. I can't believe what kind of cheese. It's really, really good. But the point is, yes, resort hopping is still allowed, but people don't know it. But here's the thing. If they wanted to implement this correctly and they just wanted to save the parking fee for the majority of people that were trying to get away with this, couldn't they stop it at noon? Couldn't they say, hey, from the opening of Disney Springs, or from, Disney Springs open 9 a.m., 8 a.m., whatever, until noon or 1 or even 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You say, from that period of the day, we're not going to let anybody come on the Disney Springs buses. But after that, it's okay. And if they did it that way, then they would be signaling, hey, resort hopping, if you want to go to a resort, that's fine. But that's gonna prevent people from parking there for free just to go to the parks, because the vast majority of people that are using that loophole would have been using it to go to the park in the morning, because those people who are paying less money for that park ticket, they're gonna be the all day people. They're gonna be the people who get in the park, and then at 10 o'clock at night, they're going to find a bus back to Disney Springs somehow, and figure out how to get back to Disney Springs to their car. But they're leaving their car there all day. And I totally understand why Disney would not want that. But after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, ain't nobody going. Nobody cares.
No. People are established on wherever they're going to be on property come by the afternoon, whether in
Yeah.
the parks, Disney Springs, or at a resort for whatever, either shopping, dining, whatever it is they have on their vacation itinerary for that day and that allotted time.
Absolutely.
Let me put this back on the screen because I want to show you what this article says about the potential effect that this is going to have. This is called the domino effect, the ripple effect, whatever you want to call it. The dark side, right?
Dark Side of the Moon.
Dark side's going down, nothing is real. Who else knows that song? I love that song,
I
The
don't know
Dark
what I
Side.
did here.
It's from Eddie and the Cruisers. The dark side, looming hour cuts and potential layoffs. This drop in foot traffic brings a serious financial hangover. Casual visitors account for millions of dollars in ancillary spending across Disney's hotel properties. And by the way, I'm just going to say that if you're going to the Polynesian, forget the Dole Whip, get their chocolate wrapped bacon. Oh my gosh, that stuff is good. And it's only like $5. I'm just saying.
I'm just gonna say, Ron, I've learned something about you. I think if you would eat anything if it was wrapped in chocolate.
Oh, pretty
Hey.
much. Me too. I
No,
love
not you,
chocolate.
because we talked about the bugs and you said no.
Oh yeah, no,
If-
I'm not doing that.
If it was dressed properly, I would eat a
No, that's-
cockroach that was dipped in
That's
chocolate.
gross.
But
I-
I gotta eat. I gotta
Every
eat it all at
time.
once.
No,
It has to be bite sized because I can't see. I don't want to know what I'm crunching. It has to. I want to. My head will
Pop it in.
change it into a pecan.
Jesus, help me. Lord have
I
mercy.
every time I see a chocolate covered bug, I think of you, Ron. It's
Oh,
disgusting.
God, no. That's a
I still haven't eaten my pack of crickets from Universal, so
Oh my goodness.
yeah. Nope.
this
Have
this
fun with
drop in
that.
foot. Okay, I gotta get back to the art. When fewer
Yeah, go
guests
back.
visit resort lounges for an evening cocktail or stop by gift shops for exclusive merchandise, revenue plummets. And by the way, I think it's called Trader Sam's Grog's Grotto, and the bar outside on the Polynesian, always filled by locals. It's always locals. It's not resort guests. Here lies the devastating side effect now haunting Disney staff. Walt Disney World operates on strict automated labor matrices. Staffing levels at resort restaurants, bars, and retail shops are directly tied to real-time sales and guest foot traffic. When sales dry up, Disney's immediate response is to cut labor hours to protect profit margins. While transportation cast members are enjoying easier shifts, resort-based cast members are facing a grimmer reality. If resort revenues continue to fall due to the lack of casual visitors, Disney will inevitably be forced to cut shifts, reduce staff hours, and potentially initiate targeted layoffs across resort hospitality, retail, and dining. So yeah, they're walking a dangerous tightrope. Disney's new bus policy successfully solved a massive transportation headache, but it created an equally dangerous financial trap. By shutting the door on non-resort guests, Disney inadvertently cut off a lucrative revenue stream that supports hundreds of resort workers. As the financial impact becomes clearer, management may soon have to decide whether keeping the bus loop quiet is worth the sacrifice of resort profits and the cast members who rely on them. Oh my goodness. So yeah, go
I
ahead,
was gonna
Simplon.
say, I used to work for Disney. So I didn't work in the parks, but I have been to the parks as a cast member. And this whole the guests are complaining. I feel like this is more of a employees. The cast members must have been complaining about the overflow. And sometimes, and I've been guilty of it, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes we forget that when we complain about the overflow, it's going to impact our bottom line because those people are allowing us to have this job. Like those people are the ones. Like I worked in reservations, and I mean 6 o'clock in the morning at Disney reservations is not a happy hour. It is ridiculous when people are trying to get their reservations for the castle and all of these different dining options. But it literally, if they weren't there, what money would I be making? What job would I have?
I don't know, but a lot of those jobs have been cut and sourced to. I don't even know if the DRC still operates. Did you work at the DRC in Orlando, the one by Universal?
The one in
Oh,
Tampa.
you were in the Tampa. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm aware of both locations because I've served people from both. But yeah, I always thought it was funny that there was a DRC in Tampa. The one
I
in
know,
Orlando,
people always
though,
like, ooh.
right? But the one, and Sunflower, you'll know this. You were not your real name there either.
No, I was not.
You were
You want
probably
to know
like
my?
Coco.
I still remember my
Oopsie.
cast member name. It was awful. It was not even cute.
Did they give it to you? Or
Laramie.
you think what was it?
I didn't get to choose Laramie. They did not let me choose it. My
Oh,
name
this
was
is Laramie.
Laramie, and then people would be like,
okay.
"Oh, is that a family name?" And I'm like, "They're like Laramie, yeah, like Laramie, Wyoming." And I'm like, "Yes, like Laramie, Wyoming." That is not a fun cast member name.
Not
It was
at all.
awful, and I hated it.
Yeah. So anytime you're calling Disney, just so you know, you are not, the name that they give you is not their real name. They're not allowed to by Disney.
I didn't know that. That's
But
interesting.
also,
No.
yeah,
You didn't
that's,
know I thought I
there's the
told you that.
reveal.
I
The
forgot
other
probably.
thing about it is most of the time now you're talking to a person who is actually in their home. And I don't know if the office DRCs are even still open. They may be, but the fact of the matter is most people can make reservations on their phone, and also a lot of people are using TAs, so it's mostly the TAs calling in. TA stands for travel advisor, or travel agent, travel assistant. We used to call them travel agents when I was growing up. Now they call them travel advisors, whatever. But there's a lot of people who do that because Disney doesn't charge a guest for that, but they do pay the travel advisor a commission on everything that they sell, which is why when you go into group chats and you'll see people really, really standing up for lightning lanes. Oh, no, you absolutely have to get a lightning lane. You absolutely need. Those are probably travel advisors, and they do not want to lose their commission because when they sell a premier lightning lane, they get a really nice commission. Because think about it, they're not just selling a ticket per day per guest. They're also selling like a $400 lightning lane per guest. Travel advisors make bank off of that stuff. So
Oh yeah.
and I
mean,
have I personally trained to be one of those people. So I know I've been through the training. After I went through the entire training and actually the agency that I was going to work for, they called me after a while and they're like, do you want to do this? I'm like,
Still?
I kind of don't think so because I have ethics. Anyway, so
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. So I loved when I worked for Disney in the reservations. It was very much about customer experience, about guest experience.
Mhm.
I left after having a baby, and when I decided that I wanted to come back, like this was like really long ago. So let's see, 2002. Okay.
Mhm.
So then I came back in 2010 and reapplied because I was eligible for for employment, and it was all about the sales. It wasn't about guest experience. It wasn't about customer service. It was like I was literally eliminated because I could not sell the interviewer a pen. A pen? Like, ask me to sell you the Polynesian. I got you, boo. A pen? Really? It was awful.
Obviously, the interviewer wanted you to have watched Wolf of Wall Street.
Really? Seriously?
I'm assuming because and it would have been really funny if you would have used that method to sell them a pen at Disney.
Right.
Listen here, you mother.
That's kind of how I felt after I was told that I was not going to proceed in the interview process. I was like, I'm a former cast member. Like, really? Seriously?
Yeah.
I was so mad.
I didn't realize when I first started there, I started in 2014, a few years after that, but I was working for DVC, which was all sales, and that was fine. DVC was DVC was different. DVC wasn't people are calling into you for you to advise them what's the best way to have their vacation. DVC was you going out to people who are already on vacation saying, hey, if you're already coming to Disney and you're going to come here every year, let me show you how you might be able to save some money, save and stay in a little bit better places.
Yeah.
Also not really true, but shh, quiet.
I know, trust me.
Yeah, right.
It's not a secret.
I know DVC. Do you remember the signs though around property that says
all the
best
time.
kept secret? The best kept secret. This is not a secret at all.
It's not a
Anyway,
secret.
so but my point. Okay, so either Erica or Sunflower. Let's let Erica have the last word on this subject of people not like locals not hitting the resort during the day. Everybody that's staying at the resorts going to the parks. How do you think this affects the bartenders, the service workers, waiters during the day? Do you see I see restaurants closing because let me tell you, the restaurant even the restaurant I worked at isn't open on 2 days a week because there's just not enough guests coming into the
That
resort.
is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Disney
Can you believe
needs
something
to
at Disney?
really
Disney World not
Disney-
open 7 days a week. That's crazy. Go ahead,
Disney
Erica. I'm
needs
sorry.
to listen in more on that Park Place and here. And I don't know, they need to figure this out better. I hate to see the restaurants close because I like a lot of the restaurants on property, like the sit downs. And we haven't been back in a couple of years. I look forward to going back and then eating at some of the places. It would kind of suck to plan a vacation to go visit family and friends, go to the parks, and then what we thought we wanted to go see and eat is no longer available to us, you know. But I really wish they
midday.
would just kind of regroup with the whole with their policy, see how it's affecting the rumor mill and how the rumor mill is really affecting resort attendants. It's like, dude, it was not that catastrophic. They have to know on some level statistically that they were banking on resort hoppers and the money being spent in the resorts on merch that is unique to those resorts that you can't find anywhere on property, on top of the food offerings and the snack offerings. And not just that, but you know, there were other little things that people would get in on. Not necessarily, I don't mean like pool hopping and that kind of stuff, but like movie on the lawn, roasting marshmallows. Honestly, if you were just there at the right time of day, the cast members would just kind of be like, hey, come on over and
That is true.
invite anybody. It didn't matter if you were a resort guest or not. It was just this open, between 4 and 6 p.m. They would have the bonfires going. They would have movie on the lawns at a lot of the resorts. And
I've done a lot.
I hate to see that. I hate to see all those little things die because those are really cool experiences for your vacationers at a resort hopping on top of the locals that are just kind of there perusing the resorts, just getting out of the house, wanting to stroll, have something to do on a Friday or Saturday or Sunday. You know, like people, this is your money, this is your revenue. And I really wish Disney would come out and clarify and kind of correct course on, hey, we're not saying you can't resort hop, and just at least make a correction on and clarify the rules. Because in the corporate mumbo jumbo you read on the website, it's easy to interpret it as, oh, well, that's just it. It's just banned when we go on vacation and we have a day that we're not in the parks. We can't go to the resorts. Like, it's gotten to that extreme in the chatter where people that are planning their vacations legitimately think that
They can't do it anymore.
that they can't go to any resort, even though they're already booked at a resort. And I've had to come in and correct a few people and say, no, you have it wrong. As long as you have a booked resort, you're fine. You can go anywhere on property. But there is a
the
lot
cases
of
right now.
rumors.
Yeah, the cases right
there's
now,
a
you can resort hop. It's not even against the rules. It's just dumb. But
It is.
here's what I'm thinking. So Disney realized back in March, Hoppers failed as a movie, and now They're blaming all hoppers, even
Yes.
the park hoppers. Stop doing that, Disney. Stop blaming the hoppers for your failure with hoppers.
Back to Super Chats.
Well, we do have some amazing support coming in today from the Wild Man of Yavin, who has gifted 5 Follow the Bradley's Fun memberships, including, I think he accidentally gave himself one.
Something. I saw that.
Yeah, we'll get that. I'm going to see who got. All right, so Wild Man of Yavin got one of those gifted memberships, as well as P-Man07, The Astute Tourist, Emily Kruger 2844, and Tickety Tom 317 got those memberships. Wild Man of Yavin also $2. I managed to gift myself a membership from a gift, and they paid
That's
for saying that.
amazing.
And so he gifted another. So he gifted the other one out. And let's see who got that one. Let me see. It was at Grogu's Ghost. I don't know if that's supposed to, Grogu's Ghost. Grogu's Ghost. I like that name. That's funny. Grogu's Ghost got a membership. Very, very cute. Wild Man of Yavin for the support. Thank you so much. Let's all celebrate together the Wild Man of Yavin.
And on that fateful day, cheers would echo across the galaxy in mass celebration as the fourth moon of Yavin prepares to welcome home one of their own, their greatest hero, none other than the Wild Man of Yavin.
I love that.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Thank you, Wild Man of Yavin. Sunflower loves it.
I do.
Maybe you'll
I
like this one too.
absolutely love
Texas 8412 for 5 comes in. That is the first 5 for the 1 out of 10 on the goal, but that's okay. That is okay. We're getting great support. We appreciate that. We always stay on site. How would you know if someone is not a resort guest? Well, the only right now, first of all, if you're a cast member, you don't know. If you're a cast member, you're at the resort, you'd have no idea. So I've worked at every resort at Disney. When I worked for DVC, I worked at every resort except for the All-Stars. And the reason for that is because every single resort at that time, at least, had a kiosk for DVC. The very first resort that I had ever worked at for DVC was Coronado Springs. And then I worked at all of them after that. I worked for Grand Floridian and Wilderness Lodge and all the resorts. And the thing is, DVC is one of those roles. Like we were called Advanced Sales Associates. They're not called that. I think they're just DVCAs now. Anyway, it's really important to catch people walking by. If there's nobody walking by during the day, especially people that are not staying at the resorts, like especially those. When you're DVC, what do you want to sell to people? You want to sell the Disney resort experience. You are going to have a much better, like a great chance at selling that to somebody who is like looking around and wondering what's the Disney resort experience. As a DVC rep, I'd be like, oh wow, like so this is what's going on at the resorts, and this is all that you can participate if you're staying here. And while you like look at this and then look at the rooms and then like let's get you on a tour. And those are the people I honestly like at least 50% of the people that I booked to check out Disney Vacation Club were not Disney resort guests. Like they were not staying on property and they were at a resort. As a matter of fact, the Boardwalk Resort, the the DVC property there was an actual like guest room that people would wander in off the boardwalk. So if they were walking over from Hollywood Studios or Epcot to take a break in the middle of the day, they might walk into that that boardwalk room and check it out. It was actually a 2-bedroom condominium. It was much bigger than a regular Disney room, and especially if they were staying at Motel 6. They're like, over time, this is going to cost you less and less and less because you paid for it once and you're getting it over the years. You're going to eventually be able to stay in like a 2-bedroom condo for what you'd be paying for Motel 6. So we could give them that comparison. And without those people, that would super suck. Not to mention the fact that like it's already gone downhill a little bit. The place that was next to that was a restaurant that I can't even remember the name of, but that went out of business. So
was it like the
what I'm saying is
brewing company or something?
What was it called? Say that again.
Like Riverworks and Brewing Company.
Yes, River something.
Yeah, good food. I remember going there.
Yeah,
and huge portions. Huge.
Yep. And so without people coming back, and then of course the other place, what was the piano bar went out of business too.
Yeah, the dueling pianos. Mm-hmm.
So I was going to say that was my favorite. Like that was a hot spot for me. Like that's my Friday night. Want to go have a fun time in Orlando is the dueling pianos.
It's good times. I think the Atlantic or whatever that's called is still open, the dance place, but Texas 8412. Here's your cheerleaders. And Woofle McGruffle comes in hot. $5 with a, what are those things? Oh,
Are they
chocolate
candy
bars.
bars?
I was going to say the chocolate bars.
Woofle,
Appropriate.
Woofle, what?
Okay.
You know what I didn't buy at Buc-ee's yesterday? I did not buy a chocolate bar because the Buc-ee's chocolate bars are outrageously expensive. So are the chocolate bars that are themed chocolate bars at Universal. Like they're like a SpongeBob chocolate bar at Universal is like $6. It's a regular chocolate bar. And
do they just partner with a company like Hershey?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
That's I assume anyways. I got to sneeze.
Anything at Disney, I feel like is going to be expensive. Like anything.
All the food at, I will say SeaWorld probably has the highest prices on their food because their entry is so low. So they do charge a little bit more for the food and stuff.
I love the smokehouse though that they have at SeaWorld and Busch Gardens. They got really good barbecue.
Yeah.
Really, like their food is really good. Like it's not bad at all.
Yeah.
And if you're a pass holder, you get bucket like SeaWorld has the best offerings for their pass holders. They treat their pass holders like kings. Like as a pass holder, I can bring in guests for free. I get free quick queue sometimes. You get discounts on you can buy a lanyard for their festivals, so you can for $79 or something, you get like twice as much dollar value worth of food.
Food was I think if you're in like the platinum, it was like 50% off food for their annual pass holders. And I know we're going to get back into that because we've got a SeaWorld in San Antonio and an Aquatica.
I'm coming to see
one of the places
that.
you can buy a pass for all their parks.
For all of them across the U.S. Yeah, and that's what we want. We want the top tier so we can, Raph wants to go to all the SeaWorlds around the U.S.
So I'm going to say, my opinion with Disney, and I think, I'm pretty sure we all share this opinion. I think they need a major overhaul. Bottom line. That's the bottom line. They
Yeah.
need to sit down and have a major overhaul. The culture is suffering. The guests are suffering, and that's the problem. Is that they are no longer worried about the guest. They're worried about the bottom line. They're not worried about the experience anymore, and that's sad because I remember every adult that walked into Disney, it was like nostalgic, and it was this very happy environment to be in. Now it's like, is it really worth the price? And it's so sad. It's so sad to see that.
They're catering. They're specifically catering to a different group of people than they were catering to in the past, and they really want.
Yeah.
What they want is to try and make themselves a destination for wealthy adults who are either single or dinks, dual income with no kids, and they put in
And those
tons of
adults, think
bars.
about it. In those high income brackets, they're not doing theme park vacations. They're going to other countries, and staying
Well, okay, so
in
yeah, and I
4 or
asked,
5-star
literally asked,
hotels.
I asked in a group chat because there was somebody who was like basically bragging about the VIP tour and all that stuff, and it just so happened to be one of the very, very few percentage wise wealthy people that had kids. Because I said, why are you doing this and not going to like Bora Bora or something, or a Rhine River cruise or whatever? And they're like, well, we still have young, and so when they get older, we'll do stuff like that. And I'm like, well, okay, that kind of makes sense, but what's the percentage of extremely rich families with little kids that are also love Disney? Like, I just can't imagine that's a large enough percentage of the population. Most people in this country, the economy is really, really, I mean, gas is like $4 a gallon, and it like people can't get groceries, and it's a lot of people are starving, not starving, but I mean, it's not the easiest economy right now. And what I think is that Disney is biting themselves in the foot long term. Like, I really, really think that what their current plan is not sustainable for the long haul, but we shall see. One of the things I'm looking forward to, and it's the headline for the thumbnail today, is the Disney animation, magic of Disney animation coming back. And my biggest question is, does the magic of Disney animation coming back at Hollywood Studios signal that Disney might actually be giving some love to what we started with in the first place as a company, which is animation? So we're going to check it out on the second story right now. This is out of thatparkplace.com book market. If you have not done so yet, we have an opening date announced for the magic of Disney animation. This is by Cham Lee. What on earth is that? Oh, I was my phone started to buzz, and it turns out, you're not going to believe this, but a canned meat product was attempting to call me. That would be spam.
So random.
I know, it says suspected spam. So I'm like, I don't want to get a call from canned meat.
Listen, potential spam is like my only friend, because my phone doesn't ring unless it's potentially spam.
Yeah.
I swear to you, I'm like, nobody's calling.
Oh, it's spam a lot. Anyhow, so I'm looking forward to this, by the way. And I don't know if it signals that animation. I've heard talk about the people in Burbank actually maybe eyeing hand-drawn animation coming back. Could we be getting a new Disney prince? How come we get all princesses all the time and never a prince? There's never a really good forward prince.
The princes are not as cool. Sorry.
That's true. They're not. And plus in the parks, they're all not interested in the princesses. So
Oh my
you
gosh.
work there. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
I know
okay?
exactly what you're talking about.
Let's just say that Disney is really big on Tinkerbell and other fairies. Anyway, so Walt Disney World. I'm talking about the animated mystical creatures. That's what I'm talking about for real. There's concept art for the Magic of Disney Animation. Of course, I've got the real thing, but that's the outside. So what happens right now when you go there is you're turned away by a cast member. The last I heard from a cast member in the park is that they were maybe thinking late August, early September. So now we have confirmation. Walt Disney World has announced the opening date for the Magic of Disney Animation at Disney's Hollywood Studios. The new attraction will be welcoming guests beginning September the 14th, 2026. The attraction is located inside the former Star Wars Launch Bay building. Also, before that, it was the Magic of Disney Animation. It serves as the centerpiece of the Walt Disney Studios lot, the reimagined, I hate that word, reimagined area that was formerly known as Animation Courtyard. Do you know why, Erica or Sunflower, that it was known as Animation Courtyard before?
Yeah,
Not
I remember
because-
back in
I don't remember.
you could literally tour how the animated movies were made, and actually at one point
Right.
they did wasn't Tarzan start to finish was made there in Orlando on site.
Yes.
It,
So-
it wasn't from Burbank, and I remember seeing the like all the art, but nobody knew what the name of this movie was that was coming up. We just saw these snippets of these like sketches, but nobody knew that it was Tarzan until way after the fact, and it was really cool. And
Oh, this and
had
the
this-
sketches were amazing.
you could see the animators at their cubicles with their big drawing desks,
Mhm.
and they were literally working.
Yeah,
It
and-
wasn't
and
just
remember they had the
acting, and it
wardrobe
was
back there,
so
too.
Cool. I freaking
I
loved it.
loved Hollywood Studios when it was really Hollywood Studios. When it was MGM,
Yeah.
it was so
Yeah.
so much better than it is now.
Because it
So,
was all about how
animation-
the movies were made, and
Yeah.
it even went as far as to go into like how animation was made, not just live action movies. And it was such a great park back then.
Yeah.
So
Pulling
prior
back the
to
curtain.
Star Wars Launch Bay, which, and I'll go into that for a second, but it was the Magic of Disney Animation. You could go inside there, you can meet different characters, but there are also little places where you could go inside and put your voice to animated characters, all kinds of fun. You could learn to draw. All that stuff was in there. And then Star Wars Launch Bay came along, I want to say it was 2015. So I will. It was 2015. And and Star Wars Launch Bay was only supposed to be open as a preview of Galaxy's Edge. So the moment Galaxy's Edge opened in late 2019, Star Wars Launch Bay was supposed to close then, right? So, but when Galaxy's Edge opened, it was so dead that they kept the launch bay open to try to get guests over to Galaxy's Edge. That's how bad it was. And then of course the closures happened in 2020, and then there was no budget, and it's just lasted. And so finally they're bringing back what was there all these years later, and it's the same thing. It's just a different version of it, a new updated version of it. Disney designed the area with inspiration from the Walt Disney Studios lot in Burbank, California, including details based on the Roy E. Disney Animation Building. Disney first announced the project during D23, the Ultimate Disney Fan Event, in 2024. Construction continued through 2025-2026, where portions of the area reopened in phases. The September opening completes the transformation of the Walt Disney Studios lot. And I'm going to say completes what they have announced that they had planned for the lot, but there is one thing that is going to remain closed until further notice. Do either of you remember what that is? Being acquainted with Hollywood Studios in that area, there's one very particular.
Wait, show me the area. What's
So
on the map? Oh, it's giving it away. Never mind.
no. I don't think this is a map of that.
Okay.
This is a map of what's going to go inside the court. So, all right. So, but let me walk you through the area. You used to go under the archway, which now they've completely removed. There's no arch. It's just the sign. And you go in. To the right is Play Disney, the live on stage experience, which is supposedly really good. I haven't seen it yet because I'm not going to walk in there as a single adult. That's weird. It's for kids. They have meet and greets over there. And then on the left side, that's the live action Little Mermaid show. But right behind the live action Little Mermaid show, when you kind of walk back further while you're walking towards the magic of Disney animation, there's
Is
something
he
on the
frozen
left.
again?
It's been shuttered. No,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
frozen.
But yeah, you froze. For me, you did. I don't know if it's on my end or yours.
Am I still
No,
frozen
you're
or no?
you're good
No,
now.
you're good.
Okay.
You're good now.
Many
Oh,
are
you cut
cold,
out
but
in the
few are
middle of the
frozen.
article.
Well, okay, so the gift shop, there was a big gift shop back there, and it's been
Mhm.
shuttered with black over the windows for almost a decade. and it's still this space. I'm very curious as to what they're using that space for back there right now. I'm sure some cast members know, but anyhow. Yeah, so what does this say? This says, okay, so a new experience inspired by Disney animation. Now, this is where it gets interesting to me, because Disney hasn't had hand-drawn animation for a long time now. I think Princess and the Frog was the last one. That was, what was that, 2007 or 2008? According to Disney, the attraction takes inspiration from the Emmy Award-winning short film Once Upon a Studio. Guests enter the Walt Disney Animation Studios building after the artists have gone home. During their visit, Disney animation characters appear throughout the studio as they interact with the spaces where animated films are created. Like, this could be, I'm actually looking forward to this,
Yeah,
because I think
interesting.
could be really kind of cool. So there's the map of like the layout when you actually go in to this animation thing. You've got Olaf, where you can learn to draw, and then you've got off a page. I don't know what that is. There's the interaction with the characters. There's Wonderland, Once Upon a Studio Theater. So there's a theater back there. And I'm honestly, what I'm really glad about is the Star Wars stuff that was just kind of like a really kind of weird Star Wars museum that wasn't supposed to be there that long is gone. Nobody's interested in Star Wars anyway, so forget about it. Disney says the attraction combines interactive exhibits, character encounters, animation activities, and themed environments that celebrate the filmmaking process. Interactive animation departments, one of the attraction's main features is off the page, an interactive area developed by Walt Disney Imagineering and Walt Disney Animation Studios. Disney says guests will explore 6 animation departments. Each one represents a different stage of the animation process and features a Disney character connected to that area. So this could, I think, have the potential to be very interesting.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
I will say, I'm glad they're doing this. I'm very upset that we lost the Great Movie Ride to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yeah,
I feel like that area where they're doing this, they could have put Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway and and left the Great Movie Ride there.
Yeah, I
But-
honestly thought they were going to build it over there when rumors were flying what was coming.
Yeah. Well,
To me, it made sense.
they had, I think the footprint's big enough that they could have put a building back there to house some version of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Losing the Great Movie Ride was tragic. For me, not just because it was about riding into the movies, but because of the vehicle that you rode in. Was
Yeah,
like
it
a
was
kind of a
very unique.
smaller version of the Universe of Energy vehicle.
Yeah,
Which,
big.
yeah, the Universe of Energy vehicle was the thing that
it
I
was a
hated
people
losing.
mover. Like it moved people, large
It
crowds.
moved, like you sat in what was like a movie theater that was, the whole thing was moving, and there were like 200 seats in each one, and there were 2 of them, so it was huge. Losing those attractions from Disney bothers me more than anything else, because they were so Disney specific attractions. You can't get that stuff anywhere else, and now you can't get it at Disney anymore, so it sucks.
And what's really irritating looking back now is how they're changing Carousel of Progress, but they couldn't have done that with oh my gosh, why am I brain farting? The Great Movie Ride. They could have just updated the Great Movie Ride.
That's what I was hoping that they would do, because they had Fox acquisition. They literally had the rights
have a
to
whole
hold.
library. Mhm.
It was so dumb. I mean, you could have gotten rid of the Wizard of Oz scene and updated with something else to
Yeah.
replace it with something from Fox, and it would have been fine. I mean, all of the scenes could have been updated and changed and given us some new stuff. Although I think Alien was actually Fox anyway.
Mhm.
But it's just, in my personal opinion, they have ruined so much of Hollywood studios that I am happy that this animation courtyard, this magic of animation is going back in. But I'm still worried that it's not going to be enough to save Hollywood studios from itself. I don't know. Sunflower, what do you think of the magic of Disney animation?
I mean, it's nostalgic, but I agree. I think Hollywood Studios has changed way too much. They're already competing so much with Magic Kingdom because most people, they think Disney, they think Magic Kingdom, and they only want to go to Magic Kingdom, and that's where everything is. But I really hope that this will build the traffic a little bit, and then I don't know. I feel like Walt Disney is probably like rolling in his grave right now and just going, what the heck has happened with my baby? So I agree. Disney needs to get with the program because they have come so far from what Walt Disney created in the first place. I really think they need to just, again, I'm going to go back to, they need an overhaul. They really, really do. They need an overhaul.
As the Joker said to the Batman, actually, I don't even think he was talking to Batman. I think he was talking to his henchman, Bob. And he said, Bob, Disney needs an enema.
You should do a video clip of that AI. This place needs an enema.
This
I
town
like the
needs an
castle
enema.
in the background.
This theme park needs an enema. Oh,
I
my.
mean, I don't disagree. 100%.
Now then, it is your turn. Canon correction in progress.
Okay,
Oh,
so I have to say
gosh.
this killed me. Troy Gustafson said, "Just feed Disney some Taco Bell." I saw that and I was dying inside. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Yes.
There it is. There it is.
I love it. I love it. That's hysterical. I agree. Give
That's the
us some Taco
best
Bell.
comment of today so
I know.
far.
I saw that and I was like, "Whoo!" Yo quiero Taco Bell. So
Yo quiero. I held the cutest little Chihuahua over the weekend. Mexican Iron Man has a Chihuahua, super cute
oh,
doll.
I miss it.
Yeah. Look, all I can say, and I know if Mark Magnitude's out there, he's going to love this. When you go to Hollywood Studios, when you go to any Disney park right now, you have to go in with
Lowered expectations.
I'm dying. But yes, absolutely. And honestly, if I went to Orlando, I don't know that I would go to Disney. I think I told y'all I went to Universal Studios with my daughter's school
Mhm.
for a field trip. And oh my gosh, it was so much fun. We had such a great time. And all I could think was, I don't know that I would want to go back to Disney. I don't know.
well, speaking of Universal Studios.
I have news.
What type of news is it?
Well, to be perfectly frank, it's bad.
Maybe if you tell me the bad news in a good way, it won't sound so bad.
The bad news in a good way. Yes, I can do that. Well, here goes. Wait till you hear this.
Dying watching this clip.
This is
Don't
actually
tell me. Don't ruin it for me. Come on.
no. This actually might be good news.
Okay.
Universal actually knows when they have a loser.
Good. That is so
Yeah.
good because I hated that ride.
Fast and Furious Supercharged closing for good this summer. It was supposed to stay open for another year, and they're like, you know what, this sucks. So let's just move it up.
It really
Let's just move up. This is also by Cham Lee out of that Park Place Book Market. If you haven't done so yet, that is the queue. What you're looking at in this picture, queue line for Fast and Furious Supercharged.
Oh, yeah.
I have been on this ride the one time that I'm ever going to go, and I decided once I went on it that one time, yep, one and done. And done.
You know what I kept thinking when I rode that ride? So correct me if I'm wrong, and if somebody knows, but the whole time I was, one, in line, and two, then on the ride, was that not the ride where it was the subway ride? Back in the day, the subway ride.
Okay, so
the movie.
I think
Earthquake,
I
right?
think most of that
Yes.
was actually Diagon Alley. I think.
Well, no, I'm talking like way back. In the day,
No.
like when I was
But the subway was part of their big like movie experience.
Yes.
It was called
Earthquake.
No, it began with a D. It's movies that are about disaster. It was called Disaster.
Yes. So I was sitting there the whole
remember that.
time. That's all I could think of, and I was
No,
so
and
underwhelmed.
I'm not sure if it was housed in that building or not. It may have been because the Disaster was pretty big because it went on for other. So, but part of Disaster it was where Diagon Alley is, and that's fine. That was an upgrade, and I like Disaster, but Diagon Alley. I mean, that's when you do immersion right. It's crazy good.
It's so cool.
And Universal knows how to do immersion correctly, so it's just great. The Fast and Furious Supercharged is closing at Universal Studios Florida on August the 17th, 2026. So for all of you die-hard Fast and Furious fans that wanted to get into a non-moving bus with movies on the side of it that look like really, really bad CGI, well, you just kind of rock back and forth and pretended like you were moving forward. I'm so sorry that get there now before they close on August the 17th. Yes, we'll have their final opportunity to ride the attraction on the August the 16th of 2026. I wonder what that line is going to be like before the experience permanently leaves the parkway. Wouldn't it be so funny if on August the 16th, 2026, it's the last day and they have like zero line for that thing because people are like, I'm so over it. It's not like the Muppets closing down,
To be fair, like maybe it would give Universal the clue, like, oh, we're doing the right thing then.
Oh my gosh, yeah. The closure comes earlier than previously announced 2027 timeline as Universal prepares the area for Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, a new roller coaster scheduled to open at Universal Studios Florida in 2027. History of Fast and Furious Supercharged. Now, this is where it gets interesting because, they actually went forward with this ride. The Universal Orlando attraction followed the earlier opening of Fast and Furious Supercharged at Universal Studios Hollywood. That version opened in 2015 as part of the Universal Studios Hollywood Studio Tour. Universal Studios Hollywood later closed its version in 2025 as the park prepared for its own Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift roller coaster. When Universal brought the attraction to Universal Studios Florida in 2018, it became a standalone ride rather than part of a larger behind-the-scenes tour. The Florida version expanded the concept with a dedicated queue, theme spaces, and a separate boarding experience. The attraction, by the way, that boarding experience, I don't know if you guys have been on it and remember, but like the queue and everything leading up to it makes you think that you're going to have a much better experience than you get when you get on the ride. And then you're like, wow, this is lame. This is like
Underwhelming.
Everything in the queue is so much better than the actual ride itself. That's what I mean. It's not the greatest queue ever, but it's like leading up to this thing and you think you're going to have this wonderful ride and you're like,
You're getting pumped.
why was the queue so much better?
Yeah.
I mean, it
Very
reminds me a lot of my, you never went on it?
I've never been on because
okay.
I haven't been to Universal in so long.
All it was once you actually got on the ride, it was a stationary thing that took you through a bunch of scenes
from the movie.
Yeah, it was what do you call those?
Was it even like a moving theater by chance?
No, not even that. Like it was like
Wow.
They're like holograms.
Yeah, they're I don't
Holograms of the characters.
what do you call it? A motion simulator. Motion simulator. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it was like I said, the queue was exciting, and then you got up to the ride, and it was just like such a letdown.
Very
I mean, it was
underwhelming.
like a lot of my dates in college. Anyway,
I'm sure Virginia's okay with that.
yeah, hey, Virginia's the exact opposite of this because she's gets better and better every single day that I know her. So
I
the
love
Florida
that.
version expanded the concept with a dedicated queue, themed spaces, and separate boarding experience. Attraction uses a motion simulation format that combines "quote unquote" physical sets, projection screens, and vehicle movement. The vehicle like moves back and forth, but it's a stationary vehicle. It places guests inside a fictional chase connected to the Fast and Furious film franchise. The worst part of it is what you're actually seeing is CGI'd. And it looks like cutscenes from a video game rather than like
It does.
It's horribly bad.
I agree.
Yeah. So there's the from Scott Guston, the Twitter post. The ride features characters from the movies, including Dominic Toretto, Letty Ortiz, Luke Hobbs, and Roman Pierce. Guests enter a themed garage environment before experiencing a simulated pursuit sequence involving scenes by the films. Why Universal is replacing Fast and Furious Supercharged. It sucks. That's what I would have written. Chan is much nicer than me. This is why I'm no longer writing for that Park Place, because I can't just write that it sucks. And
A lot less words.
I know. The replacement follows years of mixed reactions to the existing attraction. The Orlando version was as a standalone ride. Mixed reactions. The mixed reactions were, this is really bad, all the way to it super sucks.
Yeah. I mean,
none of the mixed reactions were, wow, this is the greatest thing ever. It's kind of bad too.
Why did I wait all this time for this?
It was not well received as its Hollywood counterpart that was part of a large tour. Though Universal has not stated the reason behind the ride replacement, poor guest reception likely contributed to its closure. And again, just to summarize that paragraph, it sucked.
I was gonna say, I mean, I think it's kind of no need to really put it on there. Like,
yeah, it's so
obvious.
lame. So you've been on it, Sunflower?
Yeah, I went on it in March actually, so that's why it's so recent for me.
Okay.
Because we were there in March, and I was like, "Really? That's it? We're done?
Really?
Like this is not very."
That's
good.
exactly how I felt. Like I gotta ride this. I gotta get on this thing one time. And
Hagrid's was the best.
Hagrid's is good. Although I have I really liked Gringotts.
Yeah.
The queue, the theming, the bank, and the ride itself. Like it's Gringotts is like,
Yeah.
It's not as fast. So for me, it's just like way. Like I don't love fast coasters. Now Hagrid's isn't super fast either. But like all the rides, honestly, all of the Harry Potter attractions are just so good. As somebody who is not a fan of the Harry Potter movies, I will tell you, going to Universal makes me want to watch Harry Potter.
You are immersed in the movie when you go on these rides, and that's the thing, is that you feel like you are at the actual school. Like it's an immersive experience.
Honestly, Tom is so correct. In the last several years, I just think Universal has upped their game so much that they've honestly, even in the food game, have become better than Disney. They're really outdoing Disney in every aspect. I hope they expand their resort properties with Lowe's Resorts, because I would like to see, more love given to staying on property with Universal. I know it's not the same because they don't have as much land as Disney, but with Disney's benefit of land that Walt talked about, they're not doing anything with all that land. So it's kind of beyond ridiculous
why
to me.
Said Walt Disney is literally rolling in his grave right now, because if you've worked for Disney, or if you know the background of Disney and what Walt's vision was, they're not meeting it at all.
No,
It's-
they've gotten away from it completely.
Absolutely.
Offer-
That's why I said they need an overhaul. It's ridiculous.
They need an enema.
Their
Yes, they do.
their answers
Somebody
are
needs
in
to
the
get this
past.
out of Disney. That's all I'm saying.
Hmm.
All right, and somebody needs to like.
They
you know,
need a
tomorrow,
prep for a
Ben Burglar, I'm gonna
colonoscopy.
squirt you. Good night. Yeah, I know the Universal kid, but that's for kids, Freedom Seeker. I think it's probably okay as a kid. I haven't been there to
Yeah.
Frisco, but it's but all I'm saying is that the you know what stops me from being a huge fan of the Harry Potter movies is the stupid actors in the comments they're making nowadays, and I'm
Yeah.
like, good lord, could you guys like every single one of you owes every single thing you have in your life to J.K. Rowling. So stop talking bad about her and go suck it, because I wish that J.K. Rowling could strip them of everything that they have and say, hey, you schmoes. That's the nice
No
word
more
I'm using.
royalties for you.
I know. Oh, I wish it. Oh, man. I'm like, look.
I mean, there's so many movies. So this is like literally decades of their life, and they're gonna sit there. I'm sorry.
Just because J.K. Rowling says that brick wall behind you, Sunflower, can't identify as a donut because it's not. Okay, it's a brick wall. It's not a donut.
It's not. It's not
That's what
even
you have
really a
against
brick
her?
wall, but
Yeah, I don't care. Whatever.
it's a fake brick wall.
This is Moana.
I love Moana.
This is not Mark. It's Moana.
Can I? Okay,
Let me show you something. Still not Mark.
no, I'll tell you what. I think I maybe you guys have talked about this before since I'm new, but there was a woman that spoke at her school's, like her school board meeting, and she dressed up as a cat, and that was her point, because one of the teachers wanted to be addressed as a woman, but he was a man. And she's like, I'm not a cat. I mean, I'm dressed as a cat. That doesn't make me a cat, you know? And so it was like the irony was not lost on me, and it was
Oh, man.
hysterical. That's what it reminds me of. So
Look, all I'm saying is that when you're in Diagon Alley, when you're in Hogsmeade or Ministry of Magic at a Universal, it's inspiring, right? And it is. It's really inspiring. And it's. I will tell you, when Virginia and I first walked into Diagon Alley, like she was looking around, she goes, "Were the movies filmed here?" Like
yeah,
she literally.
I thought the same
because-
thing. I thought the same thing.
Because and the actors that were in those movies, when they saw the properties of Universal, they said these are actually more realistic than any of the sets we were. That's what
Sure.
like
It was really cool.
yeah, and I love that. So all I'm saying is that by getting rid of this attraction, when they realized, and yeah, there is a certain amount of time you have no choice but to keep attractions in your parks, because you know there's costs and all that stuff. But I'm glad they're replacing it. And I would venture to guess and kind of hope to guess that perhaps the next thing to go at Universal would be Jimmy Fallon.
I was gonna say Jimmy Fallon. Oh my god, I hated that ride. Hated every second of it. I was like, this is so
Hey, you know what term we don't have at Universal? Even though there's probably plenty of them, nobody ever talks about Universal adults.
You know, now there are adults without children that go to Disney, and they're called weirdos. Very nice people, absolutely crazy. Even the Comic-Con people are like, yeah, they're a little frightening. I mean, I got a Batman living room, but these people are scary.
Back to Super Chats.
Oh my gosh, I am like literally crying over here. I'm laughing so hard.
I love that clip. It's so funny.
O2RR has chimed in with 499. Power to the 499. I'm just going to say power to the 499. Forget the 199. Power to the 499. You know why it's power to the 499? Inflation. Why bother going to the WDW parks with lowered expectations? For the same price of admission, you're much better off enjoying Epic Universe. You are absolutely correct, O2RR, and we are enjoying your support. Thank you so much, O2RR. And we also have more support coming in from, let's see, we've got more Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle for 5. They need to take a page from from the FNF movie where they shot a car into orbit. Oh man. That would be. I'm that you're gonna have to do a simulator on that one, but make it a better simulator than the current Fast and Furious. Yeah, I haven't watched all the Fast and Furious movies because they just they've gotten ridiculous. And after I can't remember his name, unfortunately passed away, I just kind of lost my interest in. I don't know. They were never really my kind of movies in the first place, but I'm like, it's just not really my thing. But you know what is my thing? Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle and playing that awesome clip. Thank you, Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle.
Ignite the friction, let the engine sing. No flight plans attached to the silver wing. Blur in the skyline, chasing the heat. The ground is a memory beneath the street. Gravity is just a hurdle for the cycle. He got the cosmic fire deep inside. He's out there flying blind on a rocket cycle. No map in the dark, he's the final recital. He's out there flying blind on a rocket cycle, breaking the sound like a soul in revival. He's our hero, he's our hero.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle. We also have Texas 8412 for 5. Time to hit the road. Here's half a coffee. Aw. Thank you, Texas 8412. And just for that, and also because it's fun, and also because Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Thank you. I love all the clips, and each one of them kind of go through my thing of being a favorite. But we do have a Kit Kat for $9.99. Thank you so much. Power to the 999, a super chat to welcome you back from the Southeast Game Exchange. Aw, Kit Kat, we appreciate that. And I will say, we're going to be doing some other things. I am planning a channel meetup for anybody that happens to be in Orlando at the time, probably the week before Thanksgiving in November. So keep an eye out for that. I'll be making an official announcement fairly soon. And then as far as Pro and our team, that Park Place and all that, we are definitely planning on bigger events where we can welcome more fans and more guests and all that kinds of stuff. So we can meet all of you, because this doesn't happen without you, and we love y'all so much. You have no idea how important. I know Dude Man Cuz was up there and his wife and other fans, and just getting to talk to you guys in person is just such a blessing for me, and I think for everybody else that's involved with like Fake Wiz and Valiant and Force of Light, and Tom was there, Lauren and Culture and everybody, Pro of course, and we had a great time seeing each other and meeting you guys, and we just want to keep so much more. MegaCon definitely we'll definitely all be at MegaCon along with the Geeks and Gamers crew and all of them. So thank you so much, Kit Kat. Let's celebrate. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Oh, sorry, I was dancing.
Dance all you want. Doing the Wolfram McGraw for simple. All right, guys, we come just about to the end of the show. We got 6 out of 10. Didn't quite make the goal, which means I am not going to, unless somebody comes on with like, and I know they're closed right now, but if there are 4 super chats of $5 each, or like a $20 super chat, I will go get my Captain America costume and throw it on for you right now. If that
I thought you were going to say your wizard costume.
I don't have a wizard costume. I do have a Captain America costume, man. It really is a thing.
I guess we need a wizard costume in that wardrobe now, huh?
I was going to say, don't tempt me. I will find one and send it to you.
No, I'm
a real life fake wizard.
I'm a real life Mr. Nice Guy, but I'm not a fake wizard. Sometimes I'm a fake Mr. Nice Guy. That's true. But anyhow, just to let you know, and let me put this on the screen. Follow Bradley's Fun. We have a spread shop, and it sounds dirtier than what it is, but just a shop for clothes and stuff. It's get your mind out of the gutter. We do have the happy 250th, because regardless of the fact that July 4th has passed, it is still the 250th anniversary of our country. So that is one of the designs, the 250th design. You can get that on shirts and stuff, mugs, whatever. I like that's a kind of a cool coffee mug right there.
That is kind of it. We should have those for the chat. That should be our sip cup.
I know. I need to get all my stuff. Anyway, all the stuff is on there. Go over there to Follow the Bradley's Fun spread shop. That's available. When is is it a long drive? Is there no pro show tonight? No, I guess there's not a pro show tonight. What about Marv? Is M4 Empire tonight? Or Force of Light or any of that kind of stuff? I'm not sure. Anyhow. Any Hooterville. Let's see. Sunflower, what are you doing on YouTube or any of the socials, or what do you got going on? Anything?
Nothing. I am awful. I'm trying to get everything set up. I don't even have the whole studio set up yet. So, but it's coming, I promise. And we'll have like a whole party, and I'll send everybody party stuff so we can all party for the first day.
There you go. It's going to be a party for Sunflower, but you can follow her on Sunflowery Life. I know you're on X.
Yes, so. I am. So
You can go follow
usually,
her.
I was gonna say I don't have all of the socials up, but at Some For Your Life is for sure somewhere you can find me.
There you go, Erica from Hanging
Yes.
with Erica. I can't speak. Are we going to banter this Friday?
Yes, we are. The show must go on. So, Brood Banter at 7 p.m. Eastern, which is 5 p.m. Mountain Time. We will be bantering. I don't know yet. I haven't really put together topics, but yep.
We'll figure
We'll-
something out.
Yeah, we'll be hanging out.
I would
chilling,
imagine.
Bring your brew. Bring your
I would
brew
imagine
and
more of us will be there this Friday.
Yeah.
last weekend because everyone was at the convention, but not just your brew. Bring a snack.
Ooh.
Bring a snack.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bring a snacky snack and share your
I'll
snack.
actually be able to snack because it'll be after my workout, so it'll be fine. Yeah, and I'm on the cusp of officially saying that I'm down 50 pounds. I have actually seen that on the scale, but if you know anything about weight loss, the scale moves up and down.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I didn't gain. It's really weird. When I weighed myself last night, my body fat was actually lower percentage than I've seen it this whole time.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
My weight,
Congratulations.
my weight had fluctuated a little bit, not super up, but like I was eating very different over the weekend than I normally do. But I still tried. I love this. So there were 4 of us staying in a house together, a rented house. Thank you, WDW Pro. Shout out to Pro. But it was Pro and Tom, and actually there was 5 there. Culture, his wife, Tom, myself, and Pro. Pro left. I want to say, I don't know what time he left. Anyway, he got there like 3:00 in the morning. I heard because I woke up, and but also like I semi went back to sleep and I couldn't super sleep, so I got up at like 6, and I worked out at 7. I did a cardio workout in the downstairs family living room area. And I tried to keep the volume low on what I was working out to, which I did, but I'm still doing cardio. So, cutting and groaning and stuff. And I think I woke everybody up in the house.
Of course you did. I was going to say, next time that y'all are up this way, let me know because, I'll host y'all. We'll have a party.
There you go. And
I'm a good in-between.
Good to know. Anyhow, so we go. So the next day, they're like, "Do not work out this morning," and I did it.
I'm surprised they didn't kick you out.
No, they don't. And then the day after that, I'm like, I still got to get a workout in. So I did yoga very quietly in my room, and nobody heard, so it was fine.
That's good.
Yeah, and I still sweat like crazy doing yoga. I don't know
Yeah.
if anybody like yoga is basically just body weight workout and using gravity, and it's tough. But you can find me here on Follow the Bradley's Fun. I'm not sure where we will be tomorrow. It is possible I will be doing a park live stream for the Dish, and on, as I call it, the Dish on location. I also have to work on my vlog, editing the vlog from the Southeast Game Exchange. I have a lot of footage from Southeast Game Exchange, and you will see so many creators on the footage, of course, highlighting Critical Drinker, but also I think Fake Wizard is there, Lorne, Tom, Culture Casino, WDW Pro, Valiant Renegade, Force of Light. So many of us were there, and Wizard's whole team. By the way, Wizard and his team, they're so great. Also, Wizard, I got to tell you, I really look up to Fake Wizard. Because even though I'm tall, he's taller, so I look up to him. I don't have a choice. He's 6'6". Yeah, I'm like, wow.
Wow. If you look up to him, I would really look up to him. I'm 5'2".
Oh, let me see if I can show you. You guys in the chat, you probably are familiar with Carolyn. Do you know who she is, Erica? Carolyn?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find this. I just want to show you the absolute funniest photograph from the entire
I think I saw
Southeast
it.
Game Exchange. You may have
I think
seen
I
it
saw it.
somewhere.
Was it the big Pikachu?
Nope. No.
Oh no, the photo I saw was her hugging a huge Pikachu, and someone else had bought her this big old huge Pikachu plush. It was she's so adorable. I think she's adorable.
This is much funnier than I'm actually going to try to blow it up a little bit so you can. Wait, you want? Okay, I have to start with it not blown up, but here it is. You guys ready?
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Hold on a second.
You're on your knees. I can't even. How tall are you?
He's really on his knees.
How tall are you?
So that was.
Oh,
I am
gosh.
6 foot, about 6'3". This
That would
is so
probably
funny
be
though.
me also. My daughter.
Yeah, she's 5. She's 5 feet tall.
Oh yeah, she's adorable. My daughter's 5.
And there's a
Almost
whole
5'5" now, so she's taller than me. So
For a
Kissy
second, I thought
Missy.
that was Valiant
Come on.
because the photo looks far away. I thought that was. I just realized it was you, Ron.
I was like, "You're on your knees." Did you get it?
Why did Google Photos do that? That's weird.
The way it backed
I
up.
was trying to find any other photo. Oh, I got to show you this. I'll show you one of my favorite photos from the weekend, though. This has nothing to do with the Southeast Game Exchange. This is our travel time. This is bonus time, guys. I don't even know why I'm showing this. This is funny though. Let me put it on the screen.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
The mohawk is everything.
That's Mexican Iron Man's puppy.
I love it.
Look at that
He's so cute.
face.
I love it.
Oh my goodness.
The little puppy mohawk is everything.
He just hopped up on my lap. He just
And
hopped
just
up on my
cuddled with
lap, and he
you?
just like,
Oh,
not
those
getting
are
out
the
of this
sweetest
one.
pups
And-
when they're so docile and they just can warm up to anybody. So
What I like,
Oh,
so here's the thing. I am super allergic to dogs with dog
Really?
hair. But this dog with fur, like with dander, dog dander, I'm horrible. That dog's non-allergenic. There are several dog types that are non-allergenic.
Yeah,
I used to have a what's it called? The white ones from
the
Shih
Maltese.
Tzu? Oh,
why is my
Maltese,
brain? Huh? Maltese.
There's
I had a
Maltese. Yeah, Maltese, Yorkies,
Yeah,
Shih Tzus are usually hypoallergenic. We had a Yorkie.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
We did too.
It is Mexican Iron Man's dog mix, maybe Chihuahua mixed with
It's mixed.
something else.
Yep. It's a Chihuahua. I can't remember what he said it was mixed with, but it's got the cutest little tuft of hair.
It looks like he has a mohawk. It's adorable.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's
Oh gosh.
cuter than Gizmo for sure.
His
and,
name is Gizmo?
It was a great little dog.
Aw.
We had a
That's
blast.
such a cute name.
No, he is a Gizmo. Here's me and Wiz. You can kind of even tell just from this picture because we're like standing up in this picture. You can tell how much taller Wiz is than I am.
He's a tall dude. I saw a photo of all you guys like I'm sitting in a panel at a table, and he was like the tallest guy and is sitting beside.
Oh, yep. Yeah, he's
I was like, whoa, they're not lying when they say this guy's really tall.
Yep, he's a tall dude.
He just kind of towered over everyone else and just kind of. Yes, schnauzers. That's another breed. That's hypoallergenic.
First Flight and Sevi.
West.
I think these are the here. Yeah, here's one of all of us. Here's one of all of us together. And you probably. I think this is posted on X. Somebody posted it on X. But yeah, this is the group.
That's so cool.
And there's Wiz, and I look taller than Wizard in this picture, but that's because Wizard is standing like a foot behind me. He's actually. But yeah, we had a blast. Look, it
That's
is
awesome.
Pro. There's Pro's face reveal. Oh no, wait, he did that like a couple months ago. So there you go. Yeah, we all had such a good. There are more people that I can't say who are not in this picture, but that's beside the point.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah, but I get.
That's
Oh
awesome.
yeah, my
I
mom
see
says her
FOMO.
schnauzer was hypoallergenic. That's true. She had a
Yeah.
schnauzer, 2 schnauzers actually. She had 2 different schnauzers, and yeah.
I think Westie's on it too.
Not pictured, Freedom Seeker. Not pictured. I can promise you that Jonas is not. Jonas looks just like you and McGregor, in a suit, in a gray suit. So he looks. If you ever see Jonas in real life, he actually looks exactly like Obi-Wan Kenobi wearing a suit. For real, really, he does. Really, he does. Anyhow. Erica, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being, and thank you, son. I cannot speak today. I don't know what the heck is going on with me, but I just.
It's okay. You just call me the girl on the bottom because that's what everybody calls me apparently in the comments.
I'm sorry, but the girl on the bottom doesn't sound appropriate.
I know. I was like, what would you say that?
Sorry, if
Sunflower. Her name is
Sunflower.
in the
if we
right
say
there.
girl on the bottom, it sounds like we're using some kind of shape.
And so
language.
what we've tried to do is really bring that shape language from the architecture.
But like what we love to talk about at WDI is shape language. And we often refer to shape language.
There's such iconic shape language in Spaceship Revetti Attraction. We really wanted to make sure that we fused to that throughout the space.
Her dress has
Right.
her dress had shape language. All over it. I was like, that is the most busy dress I've ever seen.
Every
That's
time.
the new Imagineering. That's their corporate talk.
My reaction to that clip every single
Does
time.
this have to do with anything? Tell me what's happening!
Now I want to watch
Oh,
that.
man.
I want to watch Truman Live.
I will say the coolest thing for me on the Truman Show,
Truman Show,
is if
yeah.
you've been to Universal Studios Hollywood, you've seen the wall. I don't know if they've torn it down, but like the wall that he goes up to, and he finally escapes from. He goes through the door and gets out of it. That's
Yeah.
at Universal Studios. I mean, it's a big
I love
outdoor.
that.
So
Yeah.
yeah, thank you all for being here for the dish
Thank
today.
you for
We
having
will
us.
Wild Man of Yavin.
What do you say?
Oh my goodness.
Stick with us. We got you.
Wow. Thank you, Wild Man, so much for your support today. Thank you, everybody. Freedom Seeker Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle. We got Wild Man of Yavin, Texas 8412, Woofle McGruffle, O2RR, and Kit Kat. Every single one of you. Thank you so much for all of your support. One of these days, I'm going to keep bringing that whole Cap costume thing back as a goal, and one of these days we're going to hit it. Every time I do that, I make the goal a little bit higher than it normally is, because it's not an easy thing to go change into the entire Captain America costume, because I have the whole thing, and it takes takes a little minute. So, but yeah, I'm going to bring it back every now and again, because we can put a high goal on there for that. Tomorrow, I might be in the park. I don't know, but and it may take me way more days to edit this vlog than I want to. I was hoping to have it out tomorrow, and I'm like, there's just no. I'm like exhausted, and I need some downtime, and I still got to work and do the shows. So it's going to take me a hot minute to edit, but hopefully I'll have it out at least by Friday of the event, and we'll get that out there for you. But until next time. Oh, shoot. I'm so sorry. There is one other thing that I have to cover, and it's I want to cover it because I have to honor this person. It's I gotta find it. I don't really. Yeah, okay. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. I don't like it. I don't like to have to cover it. I'm going to cover it real quick before we go, just because super sad. And I don't like leaving on a sad note. Normally I would begin on a note like this, but I'm going to cover it real quick. It is breaking right now, unfortunately, and I'll cover it real quick. It does have to do with pop culture. It is real, and I'm not being funny. Breaking today, Godzilla vs. Kong actress Kaylee Huddle dies at age 18. Yeah. Yeah. Kaylee Huddle was a young deaf actress who portrayed, get off here, People News, who portrayed, this is out of People Magazine, by the way, the character Gia in 2021's Godzilla vs. Kong and New Empire. This is by Tommy McCardle. Kaylee Huddle, the deaf actress who starred in the last two Godzilla vs. Kong movies, has died at age 18. Her father, Joshua Huddle, confirmed news of her death in a video shared on Facebook Tuesday, July 21st. Kaylee portrayed the character Gia in 2021's Godzilla vs. Kong and 2024's Godzilla vs. Kong New Empire. Kaylee Huddle, the young actress who starred in the movies Godzilla vs. Kong, Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire, has died. She was 18. TMZ first reported the news of Huddle's death on Tuesday, July 21st. Her father, Joshua Huddle, confirmed to the outlet that Kaylee was killed following a car crash in Maryland on Tuesday morning. He later shared a video to Facebook in which he explained the circumstances of his daughter's death using American Sign Language. Taking a flight that I never would like to take, Joshua wrote in a caption to the video. Look at, she's a beautiful young lady. So sad. And I think that's actually her in the corner using the sign language. Joshua told TMZ he learned that Kaylee was involved in a serious car accident on the morning of July 21st, and he was told that she died en route to the hospital. In the video that Joshua shared to Facebook, he said that he was flying from Texas to Maryland in order to claim Kaylee's body. Kaylee and her parents are all deaf individuals, and 4 generations of Joshua's family come from the deaf community. According to the Houston Chronicle, the late actress attended the Texas School for the Deaf, which released a statement on July 21st. It is with profound sadness we shared the heartbreaking news that one of our TSD seniors, Kaylee Huddle, tragically passed away yesterday in a car accident in Frederick, Maryland. The school wrote on Facebook, "Our hearts are with Kaylee's family, friends, and classmates, and everyone who knew and loved her during this incredibly difficult time. Gone way too soon.
Way too soon. Every parent's nightmare.
It's every family's nightmare, every parent's nightmare, and it's a tragedy. I wanted to share it because it is breaking news. A lot of our fan base out there is fans of the kaiju movies, Godzilla, Kong. Those are things we absolutely cover. And again, I hate sharing unfortunate news situations like that. Prayers go out to the family, but yeah. Not that I like to leave on a very serious note like that, but it is something that I did want to share.
You have to cover, yeah.
So sad. And it looks like if you ever watched the Emergency TV series, Randolph Mantooth passed away. Wow. So yeah, again, this is sad news. I hate seeing it because I'm at that age. When you guys get up into your 50s and especially your mid 50s, it's like, holy moly, this person, that person. Oh my gosh, you're like. I feel like real life. I'm playing the game Survivor now every single day.
I mean, yeah.
It's like we are as human beings fragile. I would hope. I can't speak for anybody else out there. I believe in God. I believe in an afterlife. I believe that people have the opportunity to be saved by Jesus Christ and live a much better afterlife than perhaps not. And I would imagine that this young lady is right now, hopefully, being embraced in the arms of her Heavenly Father, and probably can hear again. So that's kind of amazing.
I agree with O2RR. Like, I've always said it. I think it's against the rules of life that a parent should have to bury their child. Like, that's That's not the circle of life. That's not how it's supposed to go. And it's just so
No.
sad. So sad.
No, the circle of life, according to Mufasa, the Lion King, is well, they eat they eat the grass, and then we
Exactly.
eat them.
That's how it works. Hello. But
prayers for that family. We will be back with the dish tomorrow. First of all, you're going to have that Park Place at noon tomorrow. Actually, it really starts early in the morning. I think Drunk 3PO comes on like 8 or 9 o'clock, and then M4 Empire, and then oh wow, 1,000 gems. That's cool. I haven't seen that come in before. 1,000 gems. I mean, StreamYard's picking it up. Thank you, Dude Man Goes. It was so good to talk to you and your wife at the Southeast Game Exchange. I'm assuming that's your wife, Dude Man Goes. I really didn't ask.
I love your profile pic, your avatar. Hitchhiking
Yeah.
Ghost.
Hitchhiking Ghost. Dude Man Goes. If that was not your wife and your wife is listening, I'm so sorry.
I was just thinking you're gonna get this man in trouble.
Well, I've seen him with her twice in real life, and it's awesome. It is.
says
Okay,
it
good.
is.
Good.
Good.
Thank you.
Keeping
Dude Man
people
Goes.
in
You're
check via YouTube.
Anyhow, so I think Jay comes on in the morning, and then M4 Empire sometimes comes on. I don't know who else streams in the morning. I know Culture comes on, and then after Culture Casinos, 6 Minute Daily, it's that Park Place at noon. Then it is Vash will be at 2. Vash Guy Parkcast. I will be on at 4:05 ish. And yeah. And I don't know if I'm going to be in the studio or in a park tomorrow, but I will be doing my best to get that. Dude, that girl was all over you. Oh yeah, it's funny. Not really. It is like they were nice. They were loving to each other. And then 4:05, we'll be doing the dish either live on location. Actually, that kind of depends on the weather too tomorrow. Or we'll be back here in the studio with some awesome new, well, maybe the same, or maybe new guests, or who knows, or maybe Sunflower come back. I don't know. It could be Tom, could be Erica, could be Do Man Cuz. Who knows? Who knows who's coming on next? Guys, thank you so much for being here today, being here in the chat. And Erica and Sunflower and Do Man Cuz and his maybe wife or mistress. We don't really know.
He already said it was her.
I know. Guys, thank you so much. Until next time.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao.
Dishes are done, man. Cleans them down to the shop.